Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do another makeup look, so subscribe if you haven't subscribed and stay tuned. So already did my brows off camera and now I'm just setting using my translucent powder from the Zaron palette, and now I'm going in with my Cara Beauty eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to use the navy blue shade as my transition color. So today guys we are going bold, so I'm just going to use my navy blue shade, and I'm going to I'm using the small fluffy brush to apply it. I'm using this brush because it can reach the corners of my eye, because I'm focusing on the corners and leaving the middle part. So I also mixed the navy blue with the black eyeshadow, matte eyeshadow, just to make it be pigmented enough. And for blending I'm using this fluffy brush, and I tapped a little bit on a brown eyeshadow to just help me blend the whole eyeshadow, the whole navy blue eyeshadow. And at some point guys I almost gave up, because I was like, now what am I creating, like it's not even making sense. But I just trust the process, and luckily I continued. And now I am using my Cool Tan concealer to cut the crease, and as you can see I'm not really cutting my whole crease, I'm just cutting in the middle of my eyelid just to create the halo effect. So guys, it's not so hard, but all I can say is just be very keen and very careful whenever you're cutting your crease, whether it's the halo crease or the whole eyelid crease. Just be careful. And now I'm just using the brush that I used to apply the navy blue eyeshadow, and I am going just to blend my in and outer corner of the eye. And now I'm going in with the light blue. This one is also a matte eyeshadow, and I'm applying it as also I'm using it also as a transition. I'm using the blue to create that smooth transition. And now I'm going in with a silver shade, a shimmer silver shade, and applying it in the middle of the blue shades. So I'm also going to apply this primer, the NYX primer. I like it because it minimizes the pores, especially around my nose. And if you have noticed, I've also done my lashes off camera, and I'm going in with this foundation from Maybelline in the shade Cocoa or Cocoa. Yeah, and it's a bit darker. It's like I think one shade darker than my shade, but I like it because when I highlight it just looks perfect. And again, I'm reminding you guys, blending is essential. You must blend. Take your time, no hurry, just make sure you get it right. Yeah, when you mess here you're going to have like a cakey look at the end of it all, and you don't want that. So just take your time, blend well, make sure you reach every corner of your face, your ears, just make sure you blend perfectly. No hurry, take your time. So for highlighting, I'm going in with the same foundation but a different shade, and I'm going in with the shade Caramel. And I know I'm supposed to use my concealer, but my concealer is almost finished, it's almost kaput. So I just decided to use this foundation. So you can use a foundation that is 2 shades lighter than your normal shade to highlight. But the problem is, like for me, when I use this foundation, it dries up so quickly. So just remember that whenever you apply, make sure you blend immediately. Do not let it sit for long because it's gonna give you a hard time blending. And guys, can you see the lash struggles? Like that lash doesn't want me to prosper. Oh my god, it doesn't want me to prosper, but we are going in no matter what. We are finishing this look no matter what. So I'm going to try and contour my face. I just want my face to be as snatched as possible because I have a round shaped face, so I just want it to look as snatched as possible. And I've also used a foundation, and I'm using Black Opal in the shade what, guys? I'm gonna write it on the description box. Yeah, and this foundation is also matte, and I really messed up here because I left it to dry, because it dries very quickly. So wakati wa kublend, it really gave me a hassle. Next time I'm not doing it. Not. So I'm using a damp beauty blender, and I'm trying to like make sure I don't have the sharp lines. I have really struggled. As you can see, it's still there, and I'm going to try and just blend it out so that I don't look like I have black hair, I have white hair. I don't want to look like that. So I'm gonna take my time in blending. By the time that I'm applying the powder, everything is set. Yeah, so also contouring the nose is another hassle. Like, I find it so easy contouring on my client's face than my face. I don't know why. So I tried, but I find myself taking a lot of time contouring my nose. Yeah, so I don't know if you also find the same struggle doing it, like when you're doing it on your face it's harder than when you're doing it on your clients. What do you think, guys? Leave a comment. I'm gonna set the highlight using my Revolution loose powder. I'm gonna set, guys, this one is usually my favorite part. Like Hitambo, I used to be scared doing this process, but the end product is so satisfying. The end product is so beautiful, so I just had to live with it. Just had to, you know, learn it and just perfect on it. Yep. So I'm using the same matte eyeshadows, the navy blue one, to apply on my under eye. Yeah, as you can see, I'm also going with the light blue. So I'm using this Zaron palette 8-in-1. Guys, this palette is a lifesaver, especially when you are a makeup artist. It really is economical, and I'm using the translucent one to just shade out the powder that is on my face. Don't mind me, guys, I was listening to some classic music and it just lifted up my moods. Guys, I want to know what do you do when you're applying your makeup? Like, what music do you like listening to when you're doing your makeup? As for me, I listen to everything, but this day just so happened that I was listening to some classic music. Yeah, so we are almost done. Guys, can you see how the technique I'm using on just shading off the powder? Like I'm moving my brush on a round motion to help me eliminate the sharp lines. Again, my all-time favorite Revolution highlight palette. It's 3-in-1. It has 3 beautiful shades, and again it's also so economical because you don't have to like buy each shade on its own. Yeah, so I'm applying on the cheeks, my big cheeks. So guys, as you can see, the whole look is beginning to make sense. It's already making sense. Like when I was beginning, especially on the eyes, I really didn't know what I was doing, but it's now making sense. As I apply my highlighter, it is making super sense. At this point, guys, I was super glad that this is how the look turned out, and voila, wow, I'm so excited and I'm so feeling myself at this point. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for staying tuned and just creating this look with me. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you have anything, leave it on the comment section. Thank you, and I love you. Bye, guys.